This guy commented on one of my other videos and he was saying, if the stock market on average has a better return than the real estate market, isn't it smarter to just rent somewhere super cheap and put the rest of my money into the stock market rather than buy real estate? Which isn't a bad take. Historically, the stock market returns about 10 to 11% and the real estate market goes up about 6. You also have more liquidity with stocks. You can sell them at any time as opposed to real estate, which takes a while and there's a lot of fees when you go to sell it. Even on the management side, your money in the stock market is kind of growing passively as opposed to with a rental property. You need to have a manager run it and you have to do repairs and all that stuff. The initial cost to get into the stock market is a lot lower. You can buy one share, you can buy $2,000 worth of a stock. You need a lot more upfront cost to buy real estate. There are two main reasons that people choose real estate over stocks. Real estate gives you, one, crazy tax benefits. You can write off depreciation. You can 1031 exchange your property into another property. Also is more consistent over a long period, where the stock market might tank for a while. The real estate market generally is more steady. And the second reason is leverage. You can put property up against a loan that you can then put into more property, and it's not as sketchy as doing that with stocks. You can leverage stocks, but because it's so volatile, margin calls can come due, something tanks, you're out. It's much better with real estate. The main reason I recommend real estate over stocks is if you actually rented somewhere super cheap and put the rest of your money into stocks, that probably would have a better return. Most people aren't going to do that. You're just not. When you have a mortgage, you have to pay it. Otherwise, you're homeless. So it's almost like a mandatory piggy bank that I think the mass population would otherwise not deposit into. Also, if you're renting somewhere super cheap, you're probably gonna have a pretty crappy apartment and just not really have a higher quality of life. But regardless, the trick of the trade is start putting money into something that will accrue value and have compounding interest while you're young.